I'm Chad. I'm Chad, and you're watching Squarebody Stuff. Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're going to be installing this MSD air-fuel ratio gauge, an old squeaky here. This is one of those things that I've been wanting to do for quite a while because I'm pretty good at tuning a carburetor, but when you have a lot of money invested in an engine and you're going down the track and you've got nitrous, you've got different things going on, it's going to be nice to know what kind of air-fuel ratio I really got going on. Now, before we get into unboxing this and getting into the features that it provides, I want to let everybody know we're still having the Tailgate Throwdown in Newport, Arkansas. That is a truck-only drag race. It'll be May 31st, June 1st. Now, we're going to have 5 different classes, and I've got the trophies made up for each class. Over here, we've got mini street, we've got full-size street, we got the stick shift class, we got small tire, which is a 28-10-5, and an outlaw class. So far the classes are filling up pretty good. We do have a few sponsors. This event was kind of put together by me and my buddy Ryan Wing from Streetcar Chronicles YouTube channel. Go check his channel out. But we just wanted to get together and play trucks, and we decided to start inviting a few people, and then it's kind of blown into an actual full-blown race event. For more information about it, go to our Facebook group page, the Tailgate Throwdown. Go check that out. We've got a full list of the rules, all the classes, everything you need to know about it. We've got a lot of good comments going on in there, a lot of good discussion going on in there. And every Monday up till then, we'll be having a live podcast on Facebook discussing what we're going to be doing or rules or whatever. So go check that out. All right, so let's get into this gauge here. This is a part number 4650. Purchased it through Summit Racing. It's an MSD brand and pretty well packaged. You got your wiring and you got your wideband O2 sensor and your instructions. That's nice. A lot of companies nowadays, they don't actually send you paper instructions anymore. You just got to upload it or download it from their website, which is fine. Saves paper, saves the earth, I guess. Yeah. But a couple nice features about this gauge, why I chose this one, is it has a upper and lower limit alarm that you can set on it. It'll light up this little LED whenever you've reached either if you're too lean or too rich. You can set those parameters and it'll give you a warning. That way you can shut it down if you're in the middle of a pass and you see that little red light, it knows you need to shut it down. Now, it's also got a recall button where if you press and hold this recall button, it'll show you your leanest value for that particular run or whatever. Whenever you're testing it, it will show you your leanest value. Two things that not real pleased about it so far is it didn't come with any type of a bezel or whatever you want to call it. So I had some laying around to use, and it also didn't come with any O2 sensor bungs to weld into your exhaust. That right there, I mean, yeah, that should have been included in the kit, I think. But anyhow, I had one of these laying around and went to actually, I didn't go to O'Reilly's. I had O'Reilly's deliver it to me because I've got a hookup with Jacob from Busted Grill Garage YouTube channel. He works at a local O'Reilly's, but he lives on the other side, the town on the other side of me. So if I need parts, I call him up. He puts it on my account and he delivers it to me on his way home. So it works out pretty good for me. So I appreciate that, Jacob. That's a big help to me because I hate going to town. So far, I've read through the instructions. They're pretty straightforward. There also has a now, I've read through the instructions. They're pretty straightforward. Another feature this has that if you want to use is you hook up the green wire. I believe it's the green wire. Yes, the green wire. Hook the green wire up to a throttle position sensor, which I could, if I wanted to, hook it up to my nitrous switch, which it's switched at full throttle. And this will only allow the lean light or the warning light to come on at full throttle. I want it to come on anytime, so I'm not going to use this, but it is a feature that you can have if you so choose. Another thing is, I'm not really sure. The instructions have zero information on what the pink wire is for this little harness. I'm not sure if it's a ground or what they got going on there. I'm assuming that's what it is, but it doesn't show it on there. But I'm not going to use this, so I'm not worried about it. The rest of the wiring is pretty straightforward. You got black, red, and white. And red is 12 volt positive, keyed ignition, and black is ground, and white is for your dash lighting. A couple more features. It has, you can change the brightness of your LED light, so it's either really bright or not so bright. You can set it for day or night. So I haven't really looked at that real close yet to see exactly how to do that or what the deal are, but you do have that option to adjust the brightness of your LED light, which I think is pretty neat. Yeah, this instruction is pretty straightforward, but we'll go through those whenever I get everything hooked up. And of course, also the position of your O2 sensor. You need to have it in a certain position. The instructions tell you what position you need to have it in for optimum usability or performance, I guess. So let's get into installing this thing. Okay, I'm gonna want it somewhere in there, but get this bent out. And yes, there are way more professional ways to do this. As you can see, this dash is not in pristine shape, so it's not destroying anything real bad. I did think about putting it over here, but it's out of my actual line of sight. I'd like to keep it in my line of sight. It doesn't, it's below the hood line, so I'm not being distracted by it or blocking my view, so I think it'll be all right there. Hopefully this will get into the metal backing. If not, bam, it worked. Haga-daga. Oop. Oh well, that worked. Like I said, it could have been a whole lot more professional like. Maybe one of these days I'll build a fancy bezel that'll hold them all in there. Yeah, that'll work just fine. I can see, I'll be able to see it moving with my tack, and yeah, I like that. It's not too bad. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and drill a hole in my firewall, as I've already got a mess of wires running through that grommet. It's pretty well full. Drill a 1/2 inch hole for another grommet. I've already double checked to make sure nothing is back behind that I'm gonna drill into. I love step bits. Step bits are my friend. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the wire started through this because it's pretty tight on that plug. Alright, patience prevails. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tape these together. One of these days I need to move my switches because my arms are almost too short to reach while I'm strapped in, but we'll do that some other day. Hopefully I don't have to trim anymore. I might. Okay, it plugs in there. Come on. Okay, I am unfortunately showing you my horrible wiring mess I got underneath this truck, but it works. One of these days I might clean it up, and probably not. But what we're looking for is 12-volt keyed power. Pretty sure this one is what we're looking for. Yeah, it's actually fused off of this, I'm pretty sure, so it'll have a fuse. Okay, I pulled that fuse out. I'm gonna double check to see if that's, yeah, it's fused off of that. Yep, okay, so it is fused. We'll just hook it into this. I believe that's actually the original radio and idle stop, which we have neither one of those left on this truck, so there's nothing else going off of this, or shouldn't be. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything hooked up to the original radio wire. And for lights, for the white wire, we'll hook into this one that comes on with the lights. So we'll do something with that. Try to splice it into that somewhere. Okay, then I'll hook the ground up. We'll get this all wired up, and then we'll move on to putting in the O2 sensor in the header. Okay, goes nothing. Okay. All right, right or wrong, that's where it's at. Let's see if it'll thread in there. This has already got anti-seize on it. So I don't need to put any more. Okay. I think I'll zip tie everything up out of the way over here. We'll call it installed. All right, let's set the warning zone. It says to press and hold down gauge button with the gauge powered off. Turn gauge power on. Okay, then it's supposed to sweep. And you push the button where you want your max rich. Well, I was going to go for like 10, but alright, now it's going to go to max lean. I'd say for nitrous, I really don't want to go any leaner than like 12.5 to 1. But for cruising down the road and stuff, you know, 14 is fine. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. I'm going to probably set it 12.5 for the lean, and just put up with the light if I'm driving it down the road. You push that. Okay, and you set your brightness. Oops. I think that's as bright as it goes. Alright, start him up. Back him out. All right, so that was a really easy install. For me, if I would have just got into it without the camera and all that stuff, probably would have taken me just a little over an hour, maybe hour and a half. Of course, my exhaust, it was really easy to get to, not a big deal. So I did have that going for me. Your situation may be a little bit different. Now I'm feeling more confident when I go to the track, or if I'm just running down the road, I can kind of see what my engine's doing. It'll be a very valuable tuning tool, and also good insurance that I'm not running way too lean. We're not going to do a test drive video in this video because, like I said, hopefully we'll be going to the track tomorrow. You guys can tune into that, and we'll be taking Squeaky down the track for the first time with the 339, with all the other updates and goodies and stuff. And it'll be interesting to see once I put the full exhaust back on there, if I'm going to drive down the road, I can get it tuned a little bit better. I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Hit that join button. We've got a lot of stuff coming up, like, you know, we got a big block to build. We've got all sorts of stuff going on. So that would help us out. Don't forget to go to our merchandise website, squarebodystuff.shop. Pick you out some hats, shirts. We've got stickers, keychains, a few other little things. So go check that out, squarebodystuff.shop. You got anything else for him, Tex? No? All right, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep your square bodies rolling. We'll catch you later.